Yo, what up? This is Godma. This map right now is Metalopolis, one of the old favorites. It is a 4-player map, but this game is going to be a 1 vs 1. It's actually a Protoss vs Protoss occasion. In the left corner here we have Racist as the purple tribe, squaring off against myself, Wrapped, as the green tribe over here on the eastern end. Now, I said earlier in the previous game that I cast that it was actually Spliffy playing his account, but I believe that was actually Racist, so that may have been a mistake. Again, it's always hard to tell or hard to remember who's playing what account because people have been very generous in lending their friends their account, so hard to say who's playing. But I believe this is Racist and not Spliffy controlling this purple player. This game was a fairly long-winded one, just a minor spoiler. I'm not going to give anything too away, or I'm not going to give anything away very much, but this was another tutorial in the sense that Wrapped made a few key mistakes, as he often does. Despite some just generally good conventional Protoss play, he did make a few key mistakes, so as you guys watch this game, do look out for that. Watch the build orders, watch some decisions where you say to yourself, this probably wasn't the right decision. And yeah, we'll see how this unfolds. We'll see which Protoss player decides to go for what build, and really who is going to get the better of this 17 or 18 minute game. My Nexus energy is growing dangerously high at about 60 energy now. Not any better for Racist. He's probably saving that for his gateways, but he's at about 91 energy now. He needs to be very careful not to let that cap. Wrapped's energy is about 70 now, and yeah, Racist's energy has indeed capped, so a mistake for him right off the bat, actually. Never want to let this happen as a Protoss player. I mean, there's no excuse for it really either, considering that you can just use this energy on your probes initially. He also has the option of using it on his gateways. He only has one gateway on the way right now. I am chrono boosting my first zealot, probably just to shoo that probe out of here. Also operating off of one assimilator, whereas Racist does not have any gas just yet. Getting a very early forge, so it looks like I should be rallying this zealot into Racist's base, but I don't think I have quite enough scouting information to decide to do that. Even if I did want to rush Purple's base, this zealot is going to be focusing down this probe, so whether that was an intentional distraction or not, probably just overthinking that, but either way, this zealot is going to be focusing down that probe instead of going into Purple's base. This probe probably continuing over to the west side of the map to get some more scouting done. Not heading to the base, traveling behind this Mengsk statue actually, so yeah, it's what I thought, dropping a proximity pylon, probably planning to warp some forces in there in the late game. And so of course I am supply locked, yet again another mistake from Wrapped. So yeah, certainly these are no Platinum League players, you guys know that if you follow my videos, but yeah, we do have some experience with Brood War, and we are, every day we learn more about the StarCraft 2 game. It is a very in-depth game, so much to learn about it, so much room for improvement. So just suspending your disbelief really pays off for these games, and yeah, hopefully we can just sit back and allow this StarCraft 2 gameplay to take place. Obviously we can see Racist has tech jumped right to Stalkers. I have 2 Zealots in play. They certainly will not be able to break this wall, certainly not while that Stalker is there. Dropping a 3rd gateway now as my Twilight Council is being warped in, so while Racist is more walling off his front door, spending 300 minerals on these photon cannons, I have instead gotten a Twilight Council and a 3rd gateway, so actually I now have 4 zealots in play, but there's nothing much they can do as long as these cannons are here. As far as production, my warp gate technology is on the way, also making a sentry. Racist, however, responding with a Twilight Council and a robotics facility, so he's going to beat me to the robotics facility. I will go ahead and say that, yeah, for one, I didn't get my robotics facility out as fast as I should in this Protoss vs. Protoss game. In Protoss vs. Protoss, certainly most of you know that Observer is so key, the Immortal is so key, and it's a huge advantage for whatever player gets the robotics facility first. But that being said, I have instead chosen to get my expansion, also getting 5 gateways, so I certainly would have been content just to operate off of a 4-gate push or something like that. But I will be warping in. I will plan to be operating off of 5 warp gates. No Zealot charge coming into play just yet, and I'm only now transferring those probes to that assimilator. Currently, we have 4 Zealots with the support of 1 sentry, warping in more units here from this proximity pylon, and purple has actually teched to a Dark Shrine. So this is certainly some foreshadowing of things to come. It's never a good sign for the opposition when, you know, one player has Dark Shrine on the way and the other player, well, has no detection. You guys can do the math there. I do have a forge, so it's possible that I could get photon cannons and use that for detection. Dropping 3 pylons here, but no cannons, so if purple can get these Dark Templars out, it will be problematic for me. He only has 1 gateway. So looking back at this game, there are certainly lots of areas where I could have capitalized on a racist's, slow gameplay. I should be moving out here to ambush this 1 Zealot, and I'm not seeing it now. The Zealot not being microed very well either. That's going to be a free kill for green. Now moving in here trying to crash this front door. They're going to meet with 3 photon cannons though, bringing up that Guardian Shield, trying to focus down this Cybernetics core. No, switching to the pylon. My units are taking a lot of damage. He's got this 1 Stalker here doing some damage, and there's also 3 cannons here fortifying this position. It looks like I'm forced to pull back. I probably should have focused down that pylon, but even so, these 3... Wow, he's now working on a 5th photon cannon, so those cannons would have no problem whittling away my forces. I am researching charge, however, so while Racist has that Robo facility and a Dark Shrine in play, I hope to be operating off of 2 bases right now, regrouping my forces up here at this northern position, making sure there's no expansion. We do have a Dark Templar coming out of a gateway, so Racist has dropped a bunch more gateways, but he has not changed or switched to the warp gate tech. Another questionable play from Racist. Also has that warp prism in place, so we may see some sort of Dark Templar drop. And you know, as mediocre as Racist's play has been in this game, he's just going to capitalize on the fact that I have no detection. So really, who is worse off? Would seem that the hunter is going to become the hunted. Cloaked units have a nasty knack for that in StarCraft 2. I am also perhaps not managing my main attack group as well as I could have. I've got a bunch of sentries and a bunch of zealots with that 1 ground upgrade. This Warp Prism, actually, it's got a zealot and 2 Dark Templars. That's probably going to be doing a drop in my main base. Does not look good for me, as I still have no detection. I do have that forge in play. I simply have not remembered to get my robotics facility. That is a huge mistake for a Protoss player. Once again, especially in a Protoss vs. Protoss where you